Hello, welcome to Universal Love Law. I know it's been a really long time that I've been on my channel. A lot of that has to do with my life. I have so many things going on in my life, but I wanted to make a video that I thought was very important to bring to the attention of the younger people because it's just on my heart to tell people this, right? It's not nothing anybody haven't heard. You just probably haven't heard it in this way, right? Okay, so when a person shows you who they are, believe them. These old sayings are not for no reason. They are to warn you. They are to give you good intuition and gut differentiation. You're able to see what's for you and what's not for you. That discernment. When a person shows you who they are, believe them. A lot of the times people make so many excuses for why they keep certain other people in their life. But you have to learn to cut those people off if they are not serving you, okay? Because you are responsible. Children make mistakes. Adults make decisions. And even though I'm talking to the young people, in their later teens, early 20s, and even if this information goes to older people, because sometimes older people do not listen to their gut and they do not listen to the information that is warning them, right? So when a person reveals to you who they are, believe them. They're not lying to you. If they're deceitful, if they're abusive, if they're manipulative, if they're rude, okay? Because you know a tree by the fruit it bears. Good trees don't bear bad fruit. You understand what I'm saying? And you will save yourself a lifetime of hardship. The reason why you want to get out of a situation before it gets too stuck is because you invest so much of your soul into these situations, okay? I tell people all the time, life is energy, okay? Life is vibration, life is frequency. You may have attracted somebody in your life in a moment in your life when you weren't doing so good, and then now this person is with you even after, and if something is telling you to move forward because of their own choices and decisions, like I said earlier, then one must really choose yourself. See, that's what creates soul ties. When you stay in a situation longer than what it needs to be, the more you invest your time and energy and soul into a situation, the stronger the bond becomes. And just like doctors say, my mom just overcame a heart attack. She's doing a lot better. She's out of the hospital and everything, but she did have a tube down her throat, right? And the doctors say for every day that the tube stays in, it takes 2 days for her to recover from it. Thank God, through the power of prayer and how many people love her and that energy frequency, she was out of there. She only had it in her mouth for 1 day. And that was one of those situations where it could have been longer than that. But I say all that to say, when you are in a situation that you are investing your time, energy, and soul into, for all the energy you're putting in, it's going to take double that to get out of it. This is why people were in 2-year relationships, but they're still thinking about that person 6 years later, or they haven't overcome it. Okay? To save yourself a lifetime of anguish and to prevent becoming bitter, and to preserve your legacy because you made good decisions. You had discernment, knowing when to cut people out of your world that were no longer serving you, in order to really have or reap the benefits that life can offer to you based on your choices and decisions. You got to know that you're responsible. Nobody else. We depend so much solely on fate and keeping your vibration a certain way. Well, life happens. Life happens. And when life happens, what are you going to do? How strong is your will? How strong is your willpower? Okay? So, I hope this message, I'm going to keep it really short because I have to go. But I just wanted for the young people just to know that when you see the red flags, like my brother always told me, when a man speaks, he reveals his heart. When a person shows you, and that's women too, when a person shows you who they are, believe them. Okay? Don't let them warn you or show you over and over again. Don't let them lie to you. Don't let them deceive you. Because you will save yourself a lifetime of hardship. And you know what happens when you get older? You can die from a broken heart. You could die from stress. Okay? You can have strokes. There's people having strokes at very young ages. Okay? There are people whose health are not in the best condition based on life decisions. Not even on diet and shit like that. Which, of course, mental health and all those other things lead to making negative decisions overall when it comes to your diet and what you put in your body, or what you might use to distract yourself from reality, as abusing a substance. So it's so important, it's just so important. So yeah, I'm gonna keep this video short. I hope you guys were able to get what you want to get out of it. Lastly, I'm not doing any more interpretations. I can't do it. It's just too much on me. And I really hate having to reimburse people and having them waiting, because one thing about Sagittarius is when life, it's like when you have the best intentions and you want to do something, right? That's when life begins to get super hectic and busy, and it's all a test. But I'm admitting that I cannot balance it out. So right now I'm on my very last one. So I'm gonna finish, well, actually I have to finish one person with one person, and then a young lady, I need to finish hers and send it to her. But after that, I'm not doing them because it's just too much for me. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to be interpreting astrology on YouTube. My goal is to come back and start interpreting information regarding metaphysical science, spirituality, astrology, whatever y'all want me to talk about, honestly. And before I go, I just also want to say, a young lady months ago asked me about emotions. She said, can you make a video about emotions, because I'm having a hard time and stuff dealing with my emotions, right? So I want you to look at it like this. Our emotions are never something that is felt for us to react off of. Our emotions are just signals to show us that we're feeling discomfort and dis-ease about a situation, a circumstance. It should never predict your actions. That's where you have to balance between your head and your heart. Your heart is your feelings, okay? Your heart feelings are just clues, are just nudges, and just kind of giving you information about how the situation the person, this place, this thing is making you feel. But it never should be what you use to take action and your reaction to things. Always use your mind, your brain to think before you react. Because if you react based on your emotions, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get the shorter end of the stick. Like they say, boxers, they don't get mad when they fight because it takes more energy to do that. You have to use skill. You have to use, you have to stay humble, calm, breathe, think, critical thinking, okay? And that's what will preserve your energy. And when you're doing things out of, emotionally reacting or responding to things, it depletes your energy, and it will ultimately, if life is alchemy, what you put in is what you get out. That's a universal law. So just become in tune with your emotions, and when you're feeling emotional, identify the feeling and make sense to it, but don't act on it. Because how you feel can turn into all the 7 deadly sins. It can turn into having a spiteful tongue, right? It can turn into you being very bitter, and it will kill you in the end. So I hope that this information was helpful for you. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and it was so nice talking to you guys. Okay, take care.